Hello YouTube, this is Necrostevo and you're watching one of my narrated Wi-Fi battles. Happy New Year! It is now 2013. This is my first upload of the year. Today's match is a UU match that I had against Mike W from my Skype account. If you guys don't have me on Skype, definitely add me. If you guys don't have me on Twitter, add me there. If you guys aren't on my Facebook group, go check that out. Because I'm on those all the time. So if you guys want to battle me, definitely go hit those up. I haven't played UU in a while, so I kind of ended up bringing a bunch of things that I either newly trained or just haven't used in a while. Starting up with this Registeel here, I got it off the GTS back in, I want to say Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I just kept trading it up every generation. I figured I could just set up my Stealth Rocks against whatever he led off with by living a hit and then hopefully getting to paralyze something. But he surprises me with the Substitute. I don't think I've seen the Substitute on Nidoking before. And but I was fairly certain I could live a hit, even if he went for Earth Power. Unless he was Choice Specs, which he couldn't be Choice Specs because he used Sub. Or I guess he could be, but that wouldn't make sense. And so I just wanted to make sure I broke the Sub before my Registeel went down. So I accomplished that purpose. My rocks are still up, which are perfect for his Chandelure, because my team doesn't really like Chandelure. Especially with Ambipom, he can just bring it in any time that I'm trying to fake out or anything like that. He's just going to finish off my Registeel with another Earth Power. I left in Registeel there just to make sure I didn't switch something in on a weird move switch up or anything like that. But this is nice because it gives me a chance to bring in my Blastoise. I could have brought in my Ambipom and just gone for fake out and then return, but then he could have just as easily switched to Chandelure. So this way, it'll bait him into staying in, going for the Thunderbolt, which I know I can live, and then I can finish him off with Surf. And for some, I don't know, I like carrying Surf on my physically defensive Blastoise, and I like carrying Scald on my specially defensive one. I should really just run Scald on both, but it is for situations like this that I really like having Surf, because it allows me to knock something out when I would not otherwise be able to do so because of Scald's low base power. I mean, with that logic, run Hydro Pump, but I don't want to miss, and so since I don't want to miss, I should run Bubble. I think that's what I got from all that. But anyways, though, he brings in his Chandelure now, and not wanting to give him a chance to set up again. Chandelure can run Calm Mind, Psychic, and I didn't really want to deal with that. In fact, I was suspecting that it might just be Scarfed. I just went ahead and stayed in and tried to go for Surfing, and he just knocks me out with Psychic. Not a big deal. Seeing that he switched out right there, it is likely that he is probably Scarfed, maybe, because he could have just gone for Shadow Ball for damage. And I did expect that maybe he expected I had the Sucker Punch, so I didn't want to go for it yet. I just went for Glare to slow something down on the incoming switch, and then if he left in Chandelure and it was Scarf, then I could slow that down as well. Then I could switch out into the appropriate counter after I slowed it down. Now I was a little bit annoyed to see his Claydol because he could just rapid spin away my rocks, and then that means my Registeel's sacrifice was in vain. But fortunately, he goes for the Power Trick after he gets paralyzed, and I'm not really sure what he was planning to do there. Of course, Power Trick is a move you often see on things like Shuckle, where they switch their attack and defense for very low-Z sweepage. But I'm allowed to come in with my Mew, which I got from the event back in Heart Gold Soul Silver days, set up a Calm Mind, go for the Ice Beam, hopefully take it out in one shot, and I actually am able to do so. I'm going to attribute that to the fact that he used a Power Trick. Even though I do have Life Orb, I don't know. I wasn't really expecting to take it out in one hit if it were specially defensive. Maybe he wasn't specially defensive, and even if he were, I guess the Power Trick wouldn't negate that, so I don't know. He does bring in his Sableye, and that's a bit annoying because he's going to trick me the Lagging Tail. That means I'm going to move last on every turn no matter what, unless I use priority, which this Mew does not have any priority. It has Aura Sphere, Ice Beam, Psyshock, and Calm Mind, and I keep switching those three moves out depending on the team. He's going to burn me, which I'm actually kind of thankful for in this situation because burn doesn't really bother me too much. And since he took my Life Orb, if I rolled a min damage on this next Ice Beam, the burn damage would have been helpful in taking out Sableye, stopping it from doing those recover shenanigans. So Sableye goes down to Mew. That's really good. He brings in his Bisharp, and I was halfway worried about the pursuit, halfway worried about him setting up a Swords Dance, expecting me to switch out. So I ended up just staying in, trying to hit him with an Aura Sphere, and he just goes for the Night Slash, so that didn't really work out. But I really didn't want to give him the opportunity to set up. So, you know, you have those 50-50 coin flips sometimes, and Mew did do a good job in taking down Claydol and stopping him from spinning away my rocks or setting up his, so that's the thing at least. Here I was pretty sure that he would go for Night Slash again, and I just wanted to glare him, to paralyze him, put him in a position where if for some reason he knocks out my Dredagon, then I can deal with him with something else. And now I get to go for the Sheer Force boosted Fire Fang. Of course I can't burn him and I can't flinch him, but I can get a good bit of extra damage off there. With the HP amount that he was at that point, I was afraid that he would try switching in Chandelure again now that he knows that I have Fire Fang. So I went for Dragon Claw just in case. I figured that low HP max attack, I can take him out, and I actually am able to do so. Now I'm going to use Sucker Punch on Chandelure. I was saving it from earlier. Now I don't know if he forgot about it or not, but now's a good time to use it, and I'm able to knock out Chandelure with Sucker Punch as well. So Dredagon is doing a good amount of work in this match. Even though it's a UU match, you kind of just got to play with what you have there. And I've only used Dredagon in maybe 1 or 2 other matches, so I kind of just wanted to pull him out. He brings in a Heracross, and seeing as that I guessed his Chandelure was scarfed, I didn't really want to play around with Heracross, trying to set up on me, so I just went for the Sucker Punch. In case he was scarfed, then he was going to outspeed me anyway. If he's not scarfed and he's just going to use a move on me, then I get extra damage on him either way. And then also if you try to set up, then I could just Sucker Punch and break his subs or whatever. Now that I see that he's not likely scarfed, I can just bring in my Ambipom, go for the Fake Out. If that doesn't kill him, then I'll finish him off with a return. And I think that's going to be a very, very narrow 2-0 battle. So I really enjoyed that UU match. I hope you guys liked it as well. I had a few Pokemon in it that I haven't used in a while, so I always like doing that. I really feel like when I do that, I'm letting my Pokemon stretch their legs or something. I don't know. But I basically have all the Pokemon from my white version traded over to my white 2. So you guys should be seeing a higher variety of Pokemon in battles in the future. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. Have a happy new year. And I will see you guys later. Bye now.